In The Prisoner of Azkaban, Sybil Trelawney refuses to sit at a table with 12 other characters because she would be the 13th and the first one to get up after that would die. In the Order of the Phoenix, 13 members of the Order are sitting at the table and Sirius is the first one to stand. And we all know Sirius met with his death. Ever wondered where the dark mark, the symbol of the Death Eaters, came from? The symbol is a skull with a serpent coming out of the mouth, like a tongue. He chose that as the symbol because he considered himself as the head of Slytherin. Yet, the meaning goes back even further than that. Inside the Chamber of Secrets, the Basilisk's lair is Salazar Slytherin's statue. When Tom Riddle releases the Basilisk from its lair, it looks like a snake coming out of the mouth of a skull. That is the Dark Mark. Coincidence? Hell no. All 7 of Voldemort's Horcruxes were destroyed by different wizards. Harry destroyed the Riddle's diary with a basilisk fang. Dumbledore destroyed Gaunt's ring with the sword of Gryffindor. Ron destroyed Slytherin's locket with the sword of Gryffindor. Hermione destroys Hufflepuff's cup with a basilisk fang. Crabbe destroys Ravenclaw's diadem with Fiendfire. Voldemort destroys the one inside Harry using the Killing Curse. Neville cuts off Nagini's head with the sword of Gryffindor. When Sybil Trelawney predicted that Harry was born in midwinter, she was laughed at as Harry's birthday is in July. However, it's a known fact that Voldemort's soul is inside Harry. It's possible that Professor Trelawney was detecting the part of Voldemort inside Harry, as Voldemort was born in mid-December. The makers of the Marauders map die in the reverse of the order in which they are mentioned in the map. The mentioned order is Mrs. Mooney, Wormtail, Padfoot and Prong, whereas their order of death is James, Sirius, Peter and finally Lupin. In the 12th chapter of Philosopher's Stone, we see the Mirror of Erised. Some people might have already realized that Erised is just desire spelled backwards. But what they might have missed is the meaning of the inscription carved on the mirror.
Erised stra ehru, oit ube kafru oit on waxi.
If you read it backwards, it becomes
I shall not your face but your heart's desire.
Tell me, what would I get if I added powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood?
According to the Victorian language of flowers, asphodel is a type of lily, meaning merit reds follow you to the grave, and wormwood means absence, and this symbolizes bitter sorrow. The entire question has a hidden meaning of I bitterly regret Lily's death.
In the Chamber of Secrets, Filch catches Harry returning from Nick's party after bedtime and takes him to his office. He is later distracted by Piers, who crashes something right on the floor above Filch's office, and Filch runs off to take care of Piers. Here's the relevant text from the book.
But as Filch lowered his quill, there was a great bang on the ceiling of the office, which made the oil lamp rattle.
Peace! I'll have you this time! I will have you!
And without a backward glance at Harry, Filch ran flat-footed from the office, Mrs. Norris streaking alongside him.
We later learned that the object was none other than the Vanishing Cabinet, and here is Filch mentioning it.
Filch was looking triumphant.
The Vanishing Cabinet was extremely valuable. We will have Piers this time. And later, there's a description of the cabinet as Harry is returning back from Filch's office.
Nearly headless Nick came gliding out of a classroom. Behind him, Harry could see the wreckage of a large black and gold cabinet that appeared to have been dropped from a great height.
I think it is safe to assume that this is the same cabinet that is later being repaired by Malfoy in the Half-Blood Prince, although it's not clear how it went from the classroom to the room of requirement.
In the Chamber of Secrets, when Harry, Ron and Hermione are trying to figure out what Tom Riddle did to get a trophy with his name on it, here's what Ron said.
Could have been anything. Maybe got dirty owls or saved a teacher from the giant squid. Maybe he murdered Myrtle. That would have done everyone a favor.
Of course, Tom Riddle did indirectly kill Moaning Myrtle. When Voldemort comes to Hogwarts to ask for a job, Dumbledore tells Voldemort he knows all about the Death Eaters in the Hog's Head. Voldemort is furious that Dumbledore knows so much and he says,
You are a omniscient deceiver, Dumbledore! No, merely friends with the local barman.
This did not mean much then, but later on we learned that the barman is actually Aberforth Dumbledore, Albus's brother.
That's it, you just saw 10 new facts which you have never heard before. Here's a fun fact which you might have already known. In the first book, the Weasley twins throw snowballs on Quirrell's turban, but later we get to know that the Dark Lord is actually inside the turban. So they actually hit the Dark Lord in the face with snowballs.
Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and share this video. No dragons were harmed in the making of this film.